Jacksonville, Florida. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau, working the camera for us, and we're just a couple of minutes away from Eagles baseball as Trinity Baptist College takes on the Royals of Johnson University, visiting us here this afternoon from Knoxville, Tennessee. Today we have one single 9-inning ball game and tomorrow a doubleheader, but there's been a change in the start time for tomorrow afternoon, so you want to make note of that. Original schedule for 12 p.m. will now begin at 11 a.m. That is tomorrow morning as the Eagles take on the Johnson University Royals, and we'll have both of those games, a doubleheader tomorrow, on TBCEagles.com's live stream. So we're glad you're with us this afternoon. It's a gorgeous Monday afternoon, spring break week here at Trinity Baptist College. That allows us to get in under the Florida sunshine. We are in the low 70s, not a cloud in sight up above and anywhere around our stadium. So we're glad you're able to join us. We thank you to those of you, especially up in Knoxville, tuning in here to TBCEagles.com. The Royals of Johnson University come into today's game with a record of 3 wins and 15 losses, led by Mr. Ben Fair, Mr. Tom Phillips, and Mr. Jack Barr. They have won a couple of ball games of late, 2 out of 3 to be exact, and we'll get an opportunity in just a moment. We'll let you know how their last few ball games have gone. Meanwhile, the Trinity Baptist College Eagles, 8-18 overall, playing against mainly NAIA Sun Conference teams all around the state of Florida. We've also played some very tough competition. NAI teams from Georgia and Grand Rapids, Michigan, but the Eagles swept a doubleheader from Aquinas College, that Grand Rapids team, just a little more than a week ago. And are getting ready to take on South Region opponent from not too long ago, but now Mid-East Region opponent, Johnson University of Tennessee, NCCAA College Baseball. The Royals split a doubleheader with Wright State Lake on March 17th, lost the first game 0-6, but came back to win 8-7 in game 2, and they took the first game of that series on March 15th, 7-6. So the Royals winning 2 out of 3 in Wilmington against Wright State Lake. And the players are coming out on the field. We will give you the starting lineups. Leading off for the Royals, playing second base, Chandler Viscardi. Batting second, the shortstop, Caleb Lee. Batting third in right field, Noah Mailcoat. Cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Luke Shepard. Batting fifth in left field, Jonathan Howard. Batting sixth, playing third base, Chase Burke. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Timothy Howard. Batting eighth in center field, Ryan McKinney. And batting ninth, behind the plate, Brandon Tyler. Jacob Alina leads things off for the Eagles. He's at third base. John Shiver will bat second. He's playing center field. T.J. Lanning in left field, batting third. Cleanup hitter Jeremy Rivera, he will play first base. Designated hitter Richard Ruth will bat fifth. Shortstop A.J. Alexo batting sixth. Batting seventh in right field, Gabby Pedraza. Sean Moose will bat eighth. He'll play second base. And rounding out the lineup, the catcher David Hall. On the mound for the Eagles, number 9, Michael Kohit. We'll tell you a little more about him as we get ready for the ball game. Players heading out to their positions. And on the mound for Johnson University, number 14, Max McCoy. And we'll let you know how he's done as he comes to the mound in the bottom of the first. Right now, we're going to pause for prayer and national anthem and be back with you Michael Kohick has a personal record of 1 win and 6 losses. He's pitched a lot better than that record shows, a 4.63 ERA. 44 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 23 earned runs, walking 13 men and striking out 22. And he's going to face the top of the order, of course, here in the top of the first. Chandler Viscardi, Caleb Lee, and Noah Mailcoat. Johnson University Royals, led by Mr. Ben Fair in his 7th season at the helm. He is assisted by Mr. Tom Phillips in his 2nd season with Johnson, and Mr. Jack Barr joining the Royals for the first time here in 2017. John Copeland, former assistant coach for Ben Fair up at Johnson. He is assisted by Mr. Xavier German, a former Major League Baseball coach with the Toronto Blue Jays and Philadelphia Phillies and their minor league organizations. And former Eagles catcher Cody Ragland is also assisting Coach John Copeland for Trinity Baptist College. In just a moment, Chandler Viscardis will step up to the plate. He's hitting .305. He's driven in 4 runs on the season. Again, in case you missed the announcement, tomorrow, the doubleheader, the start time has changed from 12 noon to 11 a.m. So please make note of that. And of course, we welcome you to join us again. We're going to have that doubleheader, both games, right here on live stream through tbceagles.com. Trinity will have a few days off after tomorrow's doubleheader with the Royals, and then they're going to take on Jacksonville's own Edward Waters College right here at Trinity Ball-Yard. That's a home game for the Eagles. A single 9-inning game at 12 noon and a doubleheader on Saturday, also scheduled to begin at high noon. Right now, Chandler Viscardis, a second baseman, leads things off for Johnson. And as we said a moment ago, he's hitting .305 with 4 RBIs. Thank you to Coach Ben Fair for providing us with the information about his players. And the first pitch, a little bit high, and we are underway. So Kohick on the mound. 1 ball, no strikes to Viscardis, and the pitch catches the outside corner to even up the count. Kohick winds and delivers the 1-1. High drive, well hit in the right field, but Pedraza played him perfectly, and he's there for out number 1. Ball hit hard off the bat of Viscardis, but the Eagles retire the leadoff man here in the first. Batting second, the shortstop, number 5, Caleb Lee. 254, 2 home runs, and 8 RBIs in the early going here in 2017. 1 away, bases empty, ball game just underway. Kohick, the windup and the pitch, high pop fly towards Pedraza near the right field line. In foul ground, he makes the play for out number 2. So a quick first 2 outs on 4 total pitches from Michael Kohick. Number 3 hitter is the right fielder, Noah Mailcoat. Coming in an even .300, he's driven in 1 run. Kohick has gotten the first 2 men, and with the bases empty and 2 away, Mailcoat steps to the plate. Infield playing straight away, as is the outfield, and the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. And a beautiful Monday afternoon. If you're anywhere near Trinity, come on over and enjoy the Florida sunshine and some tough competition. Trinity and Johnson, and a ground ball to the second baseman Moose results in out number 3. So a quick 6-pitch inning for Michael Kohick. Royals go down in order. After half inning of play, Johnson nothing, Trinity coming to bat. Bottom of the first coming up. Johnson went down very quickly. Michael Kohik threw 6 pitches, getting 3 outs in the first inning. Belina, Shiver, and Lanning will lead things off for Trinity Baptist College, and they are going to face left-hander Max McCoy, who comes into today's ball game with a record of no wins and 4 losses, a 2.74 earned run average. In 23 innings pitched, he has allowed 7 earned runs, 27 total runs, 23 walks, and 21 strikeouts for the left-hander Max McCoy. Belina, Shiver, and Lanning, top third of the order. Jeremy Rivera, Richard Ruth, A.J. Alexo in the heart of the order. Gabby Pedraza, Sean Moose, and David Hall rounding it out for Trinity Baptist College. Around the field for the Royals, Jonathan Howard in left, Ryan McKinney in center, Noah Mailcoat in right. Third baseman is Chase Burke. Shortstop Caleb Lee, Chandler Viscardis at second, Luke Shepard at first, Brandon Tyler behind the plate to complete the battery with Max McCoy. Jacob Belina hitting .215 with a homer and 10 RBIs. Leads things off for the Eagles, and the first pitch is on the corner for strike 1. McCoy gets his first one in there. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Belina down in the count early, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. Breaking ball, misses well outside. So we mentioned McCoy, 2.74 ERA, 7 earned runs, but 27 total. And the pitch, a breaking ball, is fouled off. So some defensive troubles behind him while he's been on the mound. One ball, 2 strikes. Jacob Belina leading off for Trinity Baptist, and this one is up and in. It's been a while since the Eagles have taken the field. They had a 3-game series with Toccoa Falls College. Won the first game of that series. Toccoa came back to win the next 2. And this one is fouled back. But the Eagles are winners of 3 out of their last 5. We mentioned that doubleheader sweep over Aquinas College from Grand Rapids, Michigan. They came down, and that game took place in Central Florida in the Orlando area. Ground ball to the second baseman, Viscardis. He gets the out at first, 1 away. The Eagles won game 1 of that doubleheader 4-0. It was a complete game shutout for Nick Lyle. And John Shiver was the winning pitcher in game 2 as Trinity put 9 runs on the board to win it 9-1. Speaking of John Shiver, he's at the plate now, hitting .242 with 4 RBIs. Grounded hard towards Viscardis. Has a little trouble with it. Throw to first is not in time. That's going to be an error on the second baseman, Chandler Viscardis. And the Eagles have a runner at first with 1 out. So Shiver with very good speed aboard at first. T.J. Lanning steps up to the plate. Lanning hitting .258, 17 out of 66. He's gone deep once and driven in 7. First pitch, line drive, headed toward the gap. That's going to get down for a hit. And it gets by the right fielder. Shiver around third. He will score. And T.J. Lanning in there with an RBI double. Ball took a bad hop on Noah Mailcoat. That allowed Shiver to come all the way around, and the Eagles have a 1-0 lead. The run is unearned, but it's up on the board, and it's 1-0 Trinity Baptist College. And stepping up is the cleanup man, first baseman Jeremy Rivera. Rivera is hitting .259, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs. One of those home runs came in that win over Toccoa Falls College about a week ago. And this pitch is in there for a strike. Hit that ball into the woods down the left field line. It's a major league size ballpark, 340 down each line, 400 straight away. And the pitch is on the outside corner. So McCoy ahead 0-2. About 375 back at us. So the count remains 1-2. In case you joined us late, John Shiver reached on an error, came around to score from first on an RBI double by T.J. Lanning. And the pitch, a breaking ball. This one's fouled straight back. So Ruth, after falling behind, has battled a couple of foul balls to keep himself alive. Outfield very shallow for Ruth. And a pitch from McCoy, a breaking ball misses outside. And the pitch, another foul back, and Ruth battling McCoy very well. If nothing else, he's making the left-hander throw a lot of pitches here in the first inning. And once again, McCoy with the 2-2. High fly ball, well hit in the left field, but Howard is right there. He didn't have to move a muscle. The ball found his glove, and that retires the side. Eagles get an unearned run on one hit, and after one, it's Trinity Baptist 1, Johnson University nothing. Top of the second coming up, Trinity Baptist leads 1-0. Michael Kohick, a 6-pitch first inning, got all three men he faced. So he's going to face the heart of the order, Luke Shepard, Jonathan Howard, and Chase Burke due up for the Royals. Luke Shepard leading things off. He's the cleanup man and the first baseman. He's hitting .281 with 13 runs batted in. We get opportunities, we'll let you know the upcoming games for both the Johnson Royals and the Trinity Baptist Eagles. And the first pitch from Kohick is down and inside for ball one. Of course, we'll start with our guests as a courtesy, as we always do. Get you started after this next pitch from Kohick. And here it is. It is in there for a strike. After tomorrow's doubleheader, the Royals will return home March 24th, a doubleheader against Crowley's Ridge College. Fastball in there for strike two. That's a 1 o'clock Eastern time, Knoxville time. Doubleheader and a single game, actually a doubleheader again on the 25th against Crowley's Ridge as well. Ground ball towards Rivera. He knocks it down. Easy play, unassisted for out number one. So a 4-game series with Crowley's Ridge College on the 24th and 25th. That's this Friday and Saturday. Both doubleheaders will begin at 1 p.m. Then on March 28th, the Royals will play 2 against Montreat College, also home games for Johnson University. First pitch is a little bit low to Jonathan Howard, the left fielder. Howard is hitting .233 with 3 RBIs. 1 ball, no strikes from Kohick. And that one's in there for a strike. On April 1st, Johnson will begin a road trip that will see them play 5 games. And a breaking ball for strike 2. 3-game series at Alice Lloyd College in Pippa Passes, Kentucky. And on April 1st, a doubleheader and a single game on April 2nd. This pitch misses down and away. And then a single game on April 2nd Dallas Lloyd. The Royals will travel to Pikeville, Kentucky to face Pikeville College for a doubleheader on April 3rd. First pitch in there for a strike to Chase Burke. And the next home games for the Royals, April 8th, a doubleheader against Toccoa Falls College. Fouled away, no balls, 2 strikes. JohnsonRoyals.com gives you all the Royals athletic information. Of course, that doesn't end the season. There are still a lot more ball games to be played after the ones we just told you about. During the Eagles half inning in the bottom of the second, we'll let you know their upcoming schedules. Kohik delivers the 0-2, and this one misses down and away for ball 1. Of course, you can find all that Trinity Baptist information on tbceagles.com. I'm going to post a written recap of tonight's ball game later on. Chopper towards Alexo in the hole, and he's unable to reach it. So a base hit and the first man aboard for the Royals on the single by Chase Burke. We'll recap tonight's ball game on tbceagles.com. That should be up just a couple of hours after the conclusion of this afternoon's ball game. So look for it later tonight. And we'll do so tonight. Tomorrow morning you should be able to see it. Runner at first, 2 outs. Timothy Howard, the designated hitter, lines one into left field. TJ Lanning takes a couple of steps back, and he's there to retire the side. Didn't even have a chance to let you know Howard's numbers. He's done a good job. 283 RBIs. 1 hit, 1 man left. Bottom of the second coming up. The Eagles lead 1-0. Nothing. Trinity Baptist leads as we head to the bottom of the second. An RBI double from TJ Lanning brought in John Shiver. Michael Kohik has pitched 2 scoreless innings so far for the Eagles. Max McCoy on the mound for Johnson University. He has hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up. AJ Alexo, Gabby Pedraza, and Sean Moose. And if anybody gets on, David Hall, the catcher, waits to hit 4th. AJ Alexo leading off the second. He's hitting .222. No homers, 4 runs batted in. Came very close to putting one out against Toccoa. Had the ball caught at the wall with the left fielder's glove reaching over that yellow pipe that you see at top of the fence. So he was robbed of a home run against Toccoa Falls. And this one misses up and away. Alexo, good spray hitter. Uses all parts of the field. Can handle the bat. Can bunt. And he can run. The 1-0 on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Atlanta 5-1 in the 5th. Detroit 3-0 over the Mets. That game also in the 5th. 2 weeks away from opening day in Major League Baseball. 2-0 is on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Of course, the 2017 World Baseball Classic. Team USA has advanced. They're going to play tomorrow night in Los Angeles in the semifinal round. And the 2-1, Pedraza squares around, fouls off the bunt attempt. Come from behind win to beat the Dominican Republic 6-3. And if you didn't see that home run Giancarlo Stanton hit down the left field line that last ball game, you want to check out the highlights wherever you can find it. That was a missile that got out of the ballpark in a major league hurry. Tonight, the Netherlands and Puerto Rico take the field at Dodger Stadium at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. United States will play Japan tomorrow night, also at 9, and the championship game Wednesday at 9 between those two winners. The 2-2, Alexo on the move, swing and a miss, strike 3 to throw down is not in time. So Pedraza is out on strikes. That's out number 1. A stolen base for A.J. Alexo and a runner at second with 1 out for the second baseman Sean Moose. First strikeout for Max McCoy. And Moose steps in hitting .227 with 4 runs batted in and an opportunity to pick up number 5. Good lead by Alexo, and the first pitch is up and away. One ball, no strikes to Moose. 1-1, a fastball. Good pitcher's pitch on the corner. Moose looking for something he can drive to bring in this run. Eagles lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. High pop fly. Second baseman Vizcartis makes the play, 2 down. David Hall steps up for the Eagles. Runner at second, 2 out. Hall hitting .250 with 8 RBIs. Yankees lead Washington 4-3 in the top of the 4th at Washington's spring training home. Pittsburgh 4, Rays 1 in the 5th. First pitch misses up and away for ball 1. Minnesota 2, Toronto 0 in the 5th as well. That's all the Grapefruit League action. Cactus League play starts up in about an hour and a half. Swing and a miss. Ball and a strike. Ball and a strike. Hall at the plate. Alexo, good lead off second. And this one on the outside corner. 1-2. McCoy has been able to hit the corners pretty well here in the early going. Ball, 2 strikes. And time called. Hall steps out. Now everybody's ready. And a breaking ball just misses outside. That ball had a lot of movement. Stayed a little bit too far out. 2-2 on David Hall. Ball, shallow right field. Mailco coming in, and he makes the play. That'll retire the side. Eagles get a leadoff walk, advance to second, but no score. And after 2, it's Trinity Baptist 1, Johnson University 0. Cohick has allowed 1 hit through 2, but nothing else. Eagles lead 1-0, an unearned run in the first, courtesy of an RBI double off the bat of T.J. Lanning. That was his 8th run batted in on the season. And stepping up in just a moment, center fielder Ryan McKinney. Slight delay. Cohick gets an extra warm-up pitch and a good throw down from David Hall. And that signifies the start of inning number 3. McKinney hitting 154. No RBIs. Leading off here in the top of the 3rd. Cohick winds and delivers. First pitch, ground ball right through Cohick. Moose with a long throw, not in time. That is an infield single for Ryan McKinney on the first pitch, and the leadoff man is aboard. Great hustle by the center fielder to beat the throw. Not much else Moose could do. It was a slow roller. He had a long way to go to get it, and a long throw. He made a good one, just not quite in time. Number 9 hitter Brandon Tyler, 154, 2 RBIs. Squares around a bunt. First pitch, a breaking ball for a strike. In Cactus League play, the Cubs will be at Colorado, St. Louis, and Houston. 2 more on the schedule. Squares around a bunt again, and another breaking ball in there for a strike. Snap throw to first. Runner is back. No balls, 2 strikes on Brandon Tyler. Arizona and Oakland, and Texas and San Diego. Those are both night games beginning at 10 o'clock Eastern time. That Cardinals-Astros game is 6 p.m. Throw to first. Rivera was off the bag, and the runner is back. Of course, opening night, Sunday, April 2nd, we'll see 3 games. The Yankees at Tampa Bay. That's a 1:10 game. First pitch fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. San Francisco at Arizona at 4:10 Eastern time, and the Sunday night game of the week, world champion Chicago Cubs. Feels good to say that. At St. Louis. That's the ESPN Sunday night game beginning at 8:35 p.m. on April 2nd. One ball, 2 strikes to Brandon Tyler. Cohick from the stretch, and a ground ball foul down the left side. Opening day on Monday, April 3rd, we'll have Miami at Washington, Atlanta at New York, Pittsburgh at Boston, Colorado at Milwaukee, Toronto at Baltimore, Detroit at the White Sox. Up high, and that's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kansas City at Minnesota, Philadelphia at Cincinnati, Padres at the Dodgers. Those are all afternoon games in their respective locations. And the 1-2 from Cohick, a long look in, and a pitch missing low for ball 2. The night games, Cleveland at Texas, Seattle at Houston, Angels at Oakland. That is opening day, April 3rd in Major League Baseball. The 2-2. Breaking ball misses outside, so Tyler, after running the count full, fouled off a couple of pitches. After opening 0-2, rather, has run the count full. Ryan McKinney, a good lead off first with a full count. He's not going, and this one is called strike 3 on the inside corner. Second strikeout for Cohick, 1 away for the top of the order. Chandler Viscardis lined hard to the right fielder Pedraza, opening up the ball game. ahead most of the hitters. So far it's resulted in only 2 hits and no runs. So he's done a good job getting ahead and putting them away. A chopper toward Bellina. He'll go to second for 1. Moose return throw, not in time. Good hustle by Viscardis. The Royals showing some speed here in the second, or rather third inning. 5-4 on the putout at second, and Viscardis aboard with a fielder's choice. 2 away for the shortstop, Caleb Lee. Flew out to right field his first time up. Throw to first. Viscardis just did get his hand in under the tag. Hit from the stretch again, he throws to first. No count on Lee. Kohick has gone to first twice on Viscardis. Took a few throws over when McKinney was on first. Now working from the stretch, and here's the first pitch. Fastball misses inside. So 1-0 on Caleb Lee. Outs, and the pitch, a little bit high for ball 2. Lee has gone deep a couple of times. He's driven in 8 runs. Kohick will deliver the 2-0. Instead, to throw to first, and whoa, that was very close. Rivera thought he had the out. He started charging in toward the dugout, but he did not get the call. And now Coach Copeland coming out, pleading the case. It looked like Rivera got the tag down. However, the runner Viscardis is back. 2 balls, no strikes will be the count on Caleb Lee when we resume. In case you joined us late, Trinity Baptist got a run in the first. John Shiver reached on an error. He came around to score on a double from T.J. Lanning in the right center field gap. That's been all the scoring so far. And Kohick is ready. 2 balls, no strikes. Caleb Lee, the hitter. Viscardis off first, and this one on the corner for a strike. Fly ball down the left field line, but it is hooking foul. Lee hit that one very well. It had the distance and cleared the fence, but foul by about 8 to 10 feet. So a long strike, and the count is even at 2-2. Runner breaking, strike 3 called, throw down, does not matter. That strikeout was out number 3. Kohick strikes out 2 men here in the top of the 3rd. Bottom half coming up. Eagles lead 1-0. And hopefully we have that audio cleared up. We'll keep working on that. Line drive, base hit on the first pitch from Jacob Bellina here in the bottom half of the third. John Shiver at the plate. Squares around a bunt. It's a good one. Third baseman Burke throws to first. And a good play on both corners. Burke makes the play, and there's one away. Good sacrifice bunt, though, by Shiver. Bellina advances to second. And it brings up T.J. Lanning, who had an RBI double in the first. Two pitches, a base hit, and a sacrifice bunt. Lanning at the plate, takes the first one for a strike. So hopefully everything now back in order. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining us here on tbceagles.com. Slapped foul. No balls, 2 strikes on the Eagles left fielder. Absolutely beautiful Monday afternoon here on the west side of Jacksonville. About 72 degrees. Very slight breeze, no clouds at all. This one misses up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Remember, tomorrow's doubleheader has changed to 11 a.m. first pitch. That is Eastern time. Friday and Saturday rather. Tigers of Edward Waters are here at Trinity Ball-Yard. 2 balls, 2 strikes to T.J. Lanning. Friday afternoon, a single game. Saturday, a doubleheader. All the action starting at 12 p.m. both days. Eagles will have about a week off before they hit the road. Bouncing ball into left field, a base hit. Bellina will stop at third. Excellent job by the left fielder, Jonathan Howard, to get on the ball and hold Bellina. So T.J. Lanning now 2 for 2. Runners are at the corners, 1 away for Jeremy Rivera. Trinity is traveling up to North Georgia on March 31st. They're going to play Toccoa Falls College at 3 p.m. on Friday. Saturday, April 1st, a doubleheader at Toccoa. And former Eagles assistant coach Jeff Milliken. And a throw to first. Runner back. Bellina got a very good lead off of third as McCoy looking at Lanning at first the entire time. Rivera squares around and no throw to second. T.J. Lanning steals, and the Eagles have runners at second and third. 1 ball, no strikes to Jeremy Rivera. Good opportunity for the Eagles to extend the lead. And this one misses up high, so Rivera ahead in the count. Looking for one he can hit a long way. At the very least, get that runner home from third. The 2-0 on the outside corner. A good take by Rivera. He's ahead in the count. He's looking for his pitch. A lot of room in the right center field gap, and Rivera not ashamed to go the other way. Swing and a miss, and he was looking to hit it and hit it far. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One thing he can do is shorten up with 2 strikes and poke the ball. McCoy from the stretch, 2-2, swing and a foul tip. And the catcher, Tyler, held on, and that's the second out. Strikeout number 2 for Max McCoy. Richard Ruth stepping up. He flew out to end the first. So McCoy with 2 outs will go from the windup. And here's the pitch. Line drive headed toward the gap. That's going to score Bellina. Here comes Lanning around third. He will score, and that's a 2-run single for Richard Ruth. And the Eagles lead 3-0. Bellina led off with a single, Lanning a one-out single. Both have come around to score. That's the fourth hit for the Eagles. They lead 3-0. And this first pitch misses. 1 ball, no strikes to A.J. Alexo, who drew a walk and stole a base, leading off the second. 1-1. After that trip to Toccoa Falls, Eagles will return to Jacksonville, but play at Edward Waters College on April 14th and April 15th. Chopper towards third. Good dig by the third baseman Burke, and the throw to first is in time to retire the side. So Burke has played very good defense here in the bottom of the third. The Eagles get 2 runs on 3 hits. Leave 1 after 3. It's Trinity Baptist 3, Johnson nothing. We go to the top of the fourth. Trinity got 1 in the first, 2 in the third, and lead 3-0. Noah Mailcoat, Luke Shepard, and Jonathan Howard will lead things off for Johnson University here in the fourth. In between that Toccoa Falls College series and the Edward Waters series, the Eagles will travel to Thomasville, Georgia to play a doubleheader with NAIA Thomas University on April 4th, and then at home a junior varsity game scheduled for 7 p.m. against Inspiration Academy. That'll be on April 10th. Michael Cohick's first pitch of the fourth is a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Noah Mailcoat grounded out to the second baseman to end the first inning. And the pitch is another terrific curveball. A lot of bite from Cohick, and he's ahead in the count 0-2. TBCEagles.com has all the Eagles baseball information and a high pop foul out of play. The next home game, Southeastern University on April 18th at 4 p.m. That's a double header, and we'll have that for you here on TBCEagles.com. So only a handful of home ball games left for the Eagles. Cohick again with a breaking ball, and he gets Mailcoat to start the fourth. Strikeout number 4, and it brings up Luke Shepard. Grounded to the first baseman Rivera, leading off the top of the second. 1 out here in the fourth. And a pitch from Cohick is outside for ball 1. Cohick has allowed 2 hits, nothing else. The 1-0. Breaking ball hit hard to Rivera. Good backhanded stab, and he'll hit the bag for out number 2. So Shepard has played pepper with Rivera a couple of times today. First 2 men are out. Jonathan Howard, the left fielder, went down on strikes his first time up. Regular season for TBC ends on the 29th of April. This curveball stays upstairs a little bit too high for ball one. With a 3-game series at Voorhees College in Denmark, South Carolina, April 28th and 29th. Fastball on the corner. And the NCCAA South Region Tournament, that is scheduled for May 11th through the 13th. Line drive down the left field line. This could be two. Howard around first. He will pull up into second. A good throw by Lanning, but not in time. 2-out double for Jonathan Howard. And there's a runner at second with 2 out. Of course, opponents and game times for the South Regional Tournament still to be determined, May 11th through the 13th, and the NCCAA World Series in Mason, Ohio, May 25th through the 28th. Chris Burke, the third baseman, with 2 outs and a runner at second. Cohick's pitch, chopped foul. Good ringing double by Howard down the left field line. Third hit off of Cohick. No balls and a strike to Burke. Cohick instead turns and looks towards second, but nothing going on. And the 0-1, breaking ball in there for strike 2. Cohick, as he's done all afternoon so far, getting ahead of the hitters. He's had a very good curveball. Kept the Royals hitters off balance. And now he will deliver the 0-2. Fastball outside. Chris Burke has 7 runs batted in on the season, has a chance at number 8. As Howard leads off second, a good lead with 2 outs. He'll be going at the crack of the bat. And the pitch, check swing. Did he go? No. 2-2 on Chase Burke. Moose covering second base, leaving a big gap on the right side. Cohick turns, and nothing going on once again. Shiver straight away in center field. Lanning back deep in left. Pedraza normal depth in right. Shiver typically does play a shallow center field, but with his speed, he's able to get back on balls hit over his head pretty easily. Usually gets under it and makes the play. Rest of the infield is back deep, looking to knock it down, keep the run from scoring, hopefully getting out at first base. And the 2-2, a breaking ball fouled off. Good cut by Burke to stay alive. So Cohick will get ready to deliver the 2-2. And the pitch. Chopper towards Bellina at third. It's a fair ball. Long throw to first. Rivera cannot hold on, and everybody's safe. It's going to be an error on the third baseman, Bellina, for the ball in the dirt. Rivera, though, did keep it in front of him. Picked it up just a step or two away, so the runners do have to hold at first and third. With 2 outs, a DH, Timothy Howard at the plate. Came into today's ball game hitting .280. Lined hard to Lanning in left. That ended the second inning. So an opportunity for Johnson University with runners at the corners. But the Eagles do have 2 outs and just 1 more to get. Curveball bounced toward Moose. He will not make the play, and a run will score. Burke stops at second and Howard aboard at first. The run is unearned. And the Royals are on the board. 2 consecutive errors from the Eagles infield. And Ryan McKinney steps up. Hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice his first time. Or check that, he singled and was retired on that 5-4 fielder's choice. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. And a pitch, a good fastball, swing and a miss. That single for McKinney led off the top of the third. One of 3 hits allowed by Kohik. The 1-1, high pop fly, Moose drifting closer to the bag. He is under it and puts it away to retire the side. 1 unearned run, 1 hit, 2 errors. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Trinity leads 3-1. Three to 1, the Eagles lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Eagles. Gabby Pedraza, Sean Moose, and David Hall. An unearned run in the top half put the Royals on the board. Max McCoy starting his 4th inning of work. He has allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned. 4 hits. He has walked 1 and struck out 2. Gabby Pedraza will lead things off. He went down on strikes his first time to the plate. So Pedraza steps in to lead off here in the 4th. Eagles with a 2-run lead, looking to add on some more. And the first pitch is fouled back on a good rip by Pedraza. For McCoy, this is his 6th appearance. He's now pitched 26 innings on the season. And Pedraza fouls it off again, so he's in a hole 0-2. So McCoy gets ahead of the leadoff hitter here in the 4th. The 0-2, chopper towards second. Viscardis fields, easy throw to first. Pedraza got down the line in a hurry and made it a much closer play than it looked like it would be off the bat. Throw beat him by less than a step. Good hustle by Pedraza, came very close to beating that out for a hit. Sean Moose, he popped up to the second baseman Viscardis his first time up. So Pedraza taking nothing for granted, nearly beat that one out. First pitch from McCoy, high fly ball just behind the infield. Lee is there for out number 2. 4 pitches, 2 outs for Max McCoy here in the 4th. David Hall hit the ball pretty well his first time up. Went right to the right fielder, Noah Mailcoat. 2 outs, bases empty. First pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1 from McCoy. Hit hard down the left side and just foul. That ball was less than a foot away from being at least a double for David Hall. So McCoy winds and delivers the 0-2. Up and away, ball one. Florida Gators will take on Wisconsin on Friday in the NCAA men's tournament. And this pitch is a beautiful breaking ball. Catches Hall on the outside corner to retire the side. Eagles go down in order in the fourth, but after four, they still lead at 3-1. We've played four, and the Eagles lead at 3-1. 9-1-2 due up for Johnson, Brandon Tyler, Chandler Viscardis, and Caleb Lee. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Royals. 3-4-2 for the Eagles. Brandon Tyler will lead things off. He was called out on strikes his first time up in the third. Started to mention the Florida Gators advancing to the Sweet 16. They're the 4th seed in the East region. They're going to take on number 8 Wisconsin at 9:50 p.m. this Friday night. Number 3 Baylor and number 7 South Carolina also Friday night. That game will begin at 7:20. Kohick with the first pitch of the 5th, and a breaking ball misses outside. One ball, no strikes. Kohick delivers, and a curveball in there. 1-1. In the Midwest, number 1 Kansas and number 4 Purdue. Swing and a foul tip. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tyler. That'll be on Thursday night at about 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Midwest region, Kansas, top seed. And the pitch is a beautiful curveball for strike 3. Number 5 for Kohick, 1 away. Top of the order, Chandler Viscardis. He is lined out to right and reached on a fielder's choice. 0 for 2. Base is empty, 1 away. Chopper past Kohick and past Moose into center field for a base hit. Hard single up the middle for Chandler Viscardis. And with 1 out, the Royals have a runner at first. It's their 4th hit, and it brings up the shortstop, Caleb Lee. He is 0 for 2. He has gone to right, and he was called out on strikes in the 3rd. Cohick from the stretch, and a foul tip. Also in the Midwest, number 3, Oregon, and number 7, Michigan, this Thursday night at 7. The 0-1 from Cohick. Throw to first. Runner back. Number 1, Gonzaga in the West region will take on number 4, West Virginia, Thursday night. Ball in the dirt. Hall picks it up, throws to second, not in time. So a wild pitch will advance Viscardis. And a count, 1 ball, 1 strike on Caleb Lee. So a runner at second with 1 out. Moose holding the runner close. And the pitch up and in for ball 2. Xavier, the 11th seed out west, will take on number 2, Arizona, Thursday night. A late ball game, about 10:10 p.m. Two balls and a strike. Check swing. Held up in time, 3-1. South region, number 1, North Carolina, taking on number 4, Butler, Friday night at 7:10. Cohick behind in the count, 3-1. Lee can look for his pitch, and high fly ball, shallow left field. Alexo and Lanning giving chase. It'll be the shortstop, Alexo, for out number 2. Good communication between Alexo and Lanning. 2 away with a runner at second for the right fielder, Noah Mailcoat. He is 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. And a round off the Sweet 16, number 3 UCLA and number 2 Kentucky in the South, Friday night at 9:30. And a pitch, swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. No balls and a strike. Mailcoat came in hitting 200 on the season, driven in a run. Has a chance to pull his team a little bit closer. It's a 3-1 Trinity Baptist lead. Alexo holding the runner close with the left-hander at the plate. A bouncer toward Bellina. He charges in, throw to first in time to retire the side. Good play by Bellina. And Cohick is out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 man left. We're halfway through. Eagles lead 3-1. Bottom of the 5th, 3-1 in favor of Trinity Baptist College. Top of the order, Jacob Bellina, John Shiver, and TJ Lanning due up for the Eagles. Bolina is 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the 3rd. Remember, the World Baseball Classic resumes tonight. The semifinal round out at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. The Netherlands and Puerto Rico begin at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on MLB Network. Team USA takes on Japan in the other semifinal matchup tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Breaking ball on the outside corner. No balls and a strike. And the two winners will play Wednesday, March 22nd at 9 p.m. for the Baseball Classic title. Breaking ball misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike on the third baseman, Jacob Bellina. The 1-1 on the outside corner. A good fastball from Max McCoy. That one got the knees. And Bellina down in the count, 1-2. Misses outside, evens up the count. Two and two. McCoy delivers, fouled away. Bellina might have chased one a little bit up and away, but with 2 strikes, you can't be too careful. The 2-2, high pop fly on the infield. Shortstop Lee in front of the bag makes the play. One out, bases empty for John Shiver. He is 0 for 1. Laid down a sacrifice bunt that led to the first of the 2 runs that the Eagles got in the 3rd inning. Reached on an error in the 1st, came around to score. Breaking ball, strike 1. Red Sox lead Baltimore 7-2 in the 7th. This one fouled off, so Shiver down 0-2. McCoy has gotten ahead of the hitters in the last couple of innings. Same score, Miami over Atlanta, 7-2. Marlins batting in the top of the 8th. Curveball misses just a little bit outside. Detroit 5, Mets nothing. Mets batting top of the 8th. The 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2. Landing on deck, he's had a good day already. Two from McCoy. Chopper towards third and foul. A break for Shiver as Burke charging in. Would have had a play. Shiver can get down the line. So it would have been close. But the Eagles center fielder will get another swing. Two balls, 2 strikes. McCoy delivers. Shiver did not agree with that call, and he is out on strikes. Strikeout number 3 for Max McCoy, and there are 2 away with the bases empty, and Shiver still cannot believe the call. TJ Lanning is 2 for 2, an RBI and a run scored. High fly ball, shallow center field. In fact, it'll be the center fielder. McKinney will make the play. McCoy gets the Eagles in order for the 2nd straight inning, and we've played 5. Trinity Baptist 3, Johnson University 1. Johnson University will come to the plate in the top of the sixth, trailing 3-1. But they have the middle third of the order. Luke Shepard, Jonathan Howard, and Chase Burke all coming up to start things off. Michael Kohick has allowed one unearned run through 5 innings, 4 hits. Hasn't walked anybody. And he has struck out 5. He's going to face the cleanup man, Luke Shepard. Leading off here in the 6th. Shepard has grounded out twice to Jeremy Rivera over at first base. First pitch from Kohick, a breaking ball, stays up high. Moose pulling the left-handed hitter, playing him to pull. A lot of room to the right side of the second base bag. Chopper towards Rivera, and once again, he's going to make the play. This time, he'll flip to the pitcher, Kohick covering. 3-1 on the putout. Excellent job by Kohick to get over to record the out. That's the 3rd time that Shepard has grounded out to the first baseman. Jonathan Howard doubled and scored. That came in the 4th inning. He is 1 for 2. Kohick has had the breaking ball working very sharply today. He's now ahead 0-1. Chopped foul, and Kohick, as he's done all day, getting ahead of the hitters. No balls, 2 strikes. Curved ball grounded towards short. Alexo from the knees gets up, fires in time. That's a highlight reel play from the shortstop, A.J. Alexo, and there are 2 away. Backhanded stab, sliding on his knees, and a strong throw. Gets Howard at first. Third baseman, Chase Burke, he is 1 for 2. He has singled and reached on an error. Long drive, foul. That one had plenty of distance, but it's out of play. No balls and a strike, and a curveball misses away. Timothy Howard on deck. Anyone gets on, Ryan McKinney will follow. The 1-1 from Kohick, up and in, ball 2. Two balls and a strike. Kohick got the first 2 men here in the 6th inning. A line drive headed toward the gap. That is going to be a base hit. Pedraza cuts it off, and he'll keep Burke at first base. 2-out single for Burke. 5th hit of the game for the Royals. And Timothy Howard at the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's lined to left, and he's reached on an error. Both of those errors came in the 4th and led to the Royals' run. And this one is upstairs. Good at bat by Burke. And a pitch. High drive, well hit in the left field. Lanning heading back at the wall. He's over the wall. Did he make the catch? It is gone. Lanning went high over the wall in attempt to make the catch, but it left the ball yard, and we are tied at 3. 2-run homer for Timothy Howard. Burke scores ahead of him, and it's a 3-3 ball game. Well hit line drive down the line. Lanning did all he could. For a moment, it looked like he made the catch. But that's a 2-run shot for Howard. And with 2 outs and the base is empty, Ryan McKinney steps up. He is 1 out of 2, a single, and a pop-up to the second baseman. 3-3. Kohick delivers. High pop-up. Out of play for strike one. No balls and a strike. Line drive, fair ball down the line. McKinney around first, and he will stop there. Good job by Lanning to get the ball in quickly. Two outs, runner at first, Brandon Tyler at the plate. All of this happened after the first two men were out. Pitching coach Xavier German on the mound. That'll give Coach Tom Phillips a chance to talk things over with his hitter Brandon Tyler. Head coach Ben Fair leading the way at first base. Mr. Phillips, third base coach. Two-run homer by Timothy Howard has pulled the Royals even. It's a 3-3 ball game. Two outs, top of the sixth. Ryan McKinney just singled. He's aboard at first. Brandon Tyler has been called out on strikes twice. He's at the plate now for Johnson University. Everybody's ready now. Rivera heads back over to first. Brandon Tyler steps in. Yankees lead Washington 6-3 in the bottom of the seventh. First pitch, driven into center field. Shiver has a beat on it. He is there for out number 3. 2 runs on 3 hits. Timothy Howard's 2-run homer ties up the ball game at 3 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, it's a brand new ball game thanks to the 2-run shot from Timothy Howard. 3-3. Middle third of the batting order, Jeremy Rivera, Richard Ruth, A.J. Alexo due up for Trinity Baptist. Pittsburgh leads Tampa Bay 5-4. Rays just about to start batting in the bottom of the 8th. Minnesota 5, Toronto nothing. Twins batting in the top of the 8th. Rivera at the plate, and the first pitch low and outside for ball 1. Rivera 0 for 2. The 1-0 high fly ball down the left side has a chance to get out of play, and it does. Three runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Royals. 3, 4, and 2 for the Eagles. Max McCoy gone the distance so far. And the 1-1 is upstairs for ball number 2. Threw a lot of pitches in the first 3 innings, but settled down, and he's now retired 7 straight. High pop-up. Shallow center field. Ryan McKinney, 1 away. Now 8 in a row retired by Max McCoy. Richard Ruth at the plate. He had a 2-run single in the 3rd. It's also flying out to left, so 1 for 2 with a couple of ribbies. This one is down in the dirt for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, and it's fouled off. Action in the Eagles bullpen. Dan Richard, he is up for Coach John Copeland. Ground ball headed toward the hole. Cut off and a strong throw and dug out of the dirt by Shepard. Lee made the play. Shepard dug it out, and there are 2 away. All runners hustling and making it close at first base. Both teams taking nothing for granted. We've seen some fine defensive plays. And A.J. Alexo steps up. He has walked and grounded to third. Curved ball catches the outside corner. 9 in a row retired by Max McCoy. This breaking ball is right down the middle. So Alexo down 0-2. The 0-2 is lined into center field. Well played by Ryan McKinney. Alexo hit it hard, but that'll retire the side. For the 3rd straight inning, the Eagles go down in order. After 6, we are tied at 3. It's been a pretty quick ball game. We have played 6 innings in just over an hour and a half, and we go to the top of the 7th in a 3-3 tie. Top of the order due up for Johnson University. Chandler Viscardis, Caleb Lee, and Noah Mailcoat are the scheduled hitters. Michael Kohik on the mound. He's allowed 2 earned runs, 3 total, 6 hits. Hasn't walked anybody, but he has struck out 5. Kevin Rivera taking over for Sean Moose at second base. Viscardos leads off. First pitch is downstairs. 1 for 3, singled up the middle his last time up. High fastball misses for ball 2. So it was just Rivera playing catch with Dan Richard in the bullpen. As Rivera got ready to come in, taking over for Sean Moose. He will be due up second in the bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Viscardis. Curveball chopped toward Alexo. Shortstop fires the first, high throw, but Rivera holds the bag, and that's out number 1. One out for the shortstop, Caleb Lee. He's nothing out of 3. Eagles got 1 in the first, 2 in the third. First pitch, line drive into right field. Pedraza coming on, and he makes the catch. Did he? No. Held it up as if he did, but the umpire said the ball hit the ground first, so a base hit for Caleb Lee. Runner at first, 1 away for Noah Mailcott. Johnson came back with an unearned run in the 4th and a 2-run shot from Timothy Howard in the 6th, tied up the ball game. Mailcoat is 0 for 3. Pinch hitter for Mailcoat. Just announced by the home plate umpire. Dustin Goodwin lays down the bunt. Kohick throws to second for the out. Good job by the junior Kohick. And Eagles get the lead runner. 2 away, a fielder's choice for Goodwin. Luke Shepard at the plate. He's grounded to first base 3 times. And this one is down in the dirt for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Outside for ball 2. Shepard, a sophomore from Johnson's city of Knoxville, playing for his hometown school. And Kohick with the 2-0, throw to first. And the runner's back. Two-0 is on the corner for strike 1. Shepard still ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Long look from Kohick. Now the pitch. And this one gets by Rivera into right field for a base hit. That's the 4th time he's gone that way. This time he got it through. Goodwin stops at second, so 2 on with 2 out. Hit number 7 for the Royals. Jonathan Howard, 1 for 3. He doubled and scored in the 4th. First pitch misses up high for ball 1. Jonathan Howard, a junior from Occoquan, Georgia. The 1-0 breaking ball in there for strike 1. Two outs, the runner at second, Noah Mailcoat, or rather Dustin Goodwin, who batted for Mailcoat, and the runner at first, Luke Shepard. And the pitch, high pop foul, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Goodwin pinch hit for Mailcoat. Laid down a bunt. Kohick got the lead runner at second, cutting down Caleb Lee. So now Goodwin aboard at second, representing the potential go-ahead run. And the 1-2 instead Kohik turns and throws. It's into center field, but Goodwin does not advance, and now Kevin Rivera slow to get up. And everything's all right. Good sportsmanship by Dustin Goodwin, helping up the Eagles' second baseman. Goodwin, a freshman from Wauchula, Florida, graduate of Hardy Senior High School. So, Florida native, playing for Johnson University in Tennessee, back in his home state for today and tomorrow's ball games. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kohik delivers, and it's chopped toward Belina at third. A fair ball. He will step on the bag to retire the side. No runs on 2 hits, 2 men left. Bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch. We are tied at 3. Eagles come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th in a 3-3 ball game. Gabby Pedraza, Kevin Rivera, David Hall due up. And a beautiful Monday afternoon here on Jacksonville's west side. 70 degrees, bright sunshine, not a cloud in sight. Gabby Pedraza is 0 for 2. Grounded to second his second time up rather. Struck out swinging his first time. One ball, no strikes, and this one misses outside. So Pedraza is ahead in the count. Forecast calls for a little bit warmer temperatures tomorrow, but again, bright sunshine. Outside corner for strike 1. Remember, tomorrow's ball games, the start time has been changed to 11 a.m. Eastern time. 2-1, check swing, he held up. 3 balls and a strike. Pedraza ahead in the count. We'll have both of those ball games here on live stream through tbceagles.com. The 3-1 upstairs, and a potential go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 7th is aboard. That's only the second walk given up by McCoy. Runner at first, making his way to the plate for the first time today, new second baseman Kevin Rivera. Sean Moose was 0 for 2 while in the lineup. Rivera took over defensively in the top half of the 7th. Now he's up there with a runner at first, swinging away, takes ball 1. A lot of room in right center. And the pitch, runner going, swing and a miss. Throw down is a good one and gets by though. Looked like Vizcartis might have tried to apply the tag a little too soon. And Pedraza's in there with a stolen base. One ball, 1 strike on Kevin Rivera. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. McCoy with a runner at second, look back, and the pitch outside, ball 2. David Hall on deck, Jacob Belina in the hole. Eagles have an opportunity to take the lead. Nobody out, runner at second, Pedraza, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McCoy delivers. High foul over near the dugout and out of play. Brandon Tyler out to the mound, talking things over with McCoy. Everybody's ready. And Kevin Rivera steps back in with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right fielder Mailcoat way over near the line, and it looks like Rivera is trying to go that way to plug that gap. Fouls it off once again. Thanks to some youngsters out there chasing down the foul balls. A lot of room outside the fence. And the 2-2 line drive, left center field. It is gone. It's down for a hit, and it's going to roll to the fence. Pedraza will score. Rivera on his way to third with an RBI triple. Kevin Rivera stepped onto the field defensively in the top of the 7th, and now he drives home the go-ahead run with a triple. A diving effort by left fielder Jonathan Howard. Could not make the play. The ball rolled to the fence, and the Eagles lead 4-3. Runner at third, still nobody out for catcher David Hall. He's 0 for 2. This pitch is up and away, ball 1. Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors heading down to Sarasota to play in a tournament this week. Next week, they're going to play in the National High School Invitational. This pitch misses up and away, ball 2. 16 teams from around the country, all invited to Cary, North Carolina. It's the second straight year the Conquerors are going to participate. Foul back, 2 balls and a strike. Conquerors just played 3 straight ball games, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They won on Thursday, came up a little short both Friday and Saturday. Got off to a very good start. They played some terrific competition all season long. And the pitch, ground ball, base hit up the middle, and Kevin Rivera will score, and it's now 5-3 Eagles lead. David Hall picking up the run. And the Eagles with a rally going, 2 runs are in, a runner at first and nobody out. And Coach Fair out to the mound. Going to be a courtesy runner for the catcher heading over to first base, number 18, Christian Draper, man with good speed. And when we resume, he'll be the runner on first. Meanwhile, there's a change on the mound for Johnson University. Thomas Williams, a freshman out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, will take over for Max McCoy. So Williams in relief of McCoy. And McCoy has pitched 6+ innings. 5 runs, 4 of those earned. He has allowed 6 hits. He is responsible for the runner at first. He walked 2 and he struck out 3. Gabby Pedraza led off the bottom of the 7th with the walk. He stole second base. He scored on an RBI triple off the bat of Kevin Rivera. David Hall just singled up the middle to bring in Rivera. So a 2-run rally with nobody out, and Hall the runner at first. Christian Draper will be the courtesy runner. That is allowed in NCCAA baseball. That allows Hall to get his gear on, speed up the ball game a little bit as the Eagles will come back to the field in the top of the 8th. Waiting to take a turn at bat, third baseman and leadoff hitter for the Eagles, Jacob Bellina. And Jacob is 1 for 3. He singled into third and ended up scoring. And in case you missed it earlier, we'll remind you that after tomorrow's doubleheader, Johnson University will return home Friday and Saturday, both days, doubleheaders against Crowley's Ridge College up in Knoxville. Both games will start at 1 p.m. Friday the 24th and Saturday the 25th. And then 2 against Montreat College, also home games for the Royals. That's on March 28th at 1 p.m. as well. Hall going. Bellina squares to bunt, pulls it back. Pitch called, the ball, and Hall is in there with a stolen base. So Thomas Williams in relief of Max McCoy, and David Hall greets him with a stolen base. So a runner at second, still nobody out. 1-0 to Bellina. High pop fly to the shortstop, Caleb Lee. He will give way. No, he does not make the play. And with nobody covering third, Hall heads up base running. He will advance. We mentioned a couple of times there's not a cloud in sight overhead or anywhere around the field, and very bright sunshine. That affected Lee's visibility. Third baseman Burke was over in case Lee needed some help with the catch. Nobody covering third, and David Hall heads up base running. He advances. A runner at third, a runner at first, an error on the shortstop Lee. Nobody out. Center fielder John Shiver at the plate. He squares. Takes the pitch low and away for ball 1. Shiver is 0 for 2 officially. He has scored a run. He's laid down a sac bunt. Called out on strikes his last time up. Big opportunity for the Eagles to extend the lead. Bellina runs. Throw down to second is not in time. It's a strike on the pitch to John Shiver, so 1-1. Now 2 men in scoring position. Mailcoat in right over near the line, giving Shiver a lot of room in the gap. And the pitch downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. No action in the Eagles bullpen, so Kohik looks like he's going to come out for the 8th. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to score a run. Cut off and an infield single. Throw to third. And Bellina stops at third. He gets back in time, and that's an RBI infield single for John Shiver. David Hall scores. 3 runs are in. And the Eagles lead 6-3. Runners at the corners for left fielder T.J. Lanning. He is 2 for 3. He drove in a run in the first with a double, singled and scored in the third. Very good speed on the corners. Shiver, he can run. He's at first, and he's off, and it's fouled off. So Coach Copeland had some good runners on base. He put them to work. Hall and Bellina both stole bags, and Shiver was on the move on that first pitch that Lanning fouled back. The 0-1 from Williams. Shiver on the move again, and another foul ball. Close the book now on Max McCoy. 6 runs, 5 of them earned. All 3 this inning charged to the lefty. No balls, 2 strikes to T.J. Lanning. And this one is upstairs for ball 1. Jeremy Rivera waits on deck. Eagles lead by 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Still nobody out, 2 runners aboard. Shiver's off again, and a drive headed toward the gap. And that is down. It will score 2. Bellina waited to make sure the ball got down. Shiver held up initially, but now he will score, and that's a 2-run double for TJ Lanning, and the Eagles, with 5 runs in the inning, now lead 8-3. Bellina's run is unearned. Shiver, his run is earned, and Rivera at the plate. Still nobody out. Line drive in the gap. That is down, and TJ Lanning will score. Rivera rounds first. He'll head into second with a stand-up double. Six-run inning for Trinity Baptist College. Still nobody out with a runner at second. Designated hitter Richard Ruth. He's driven in 2. He did that with a single in the third. High pop foul, out of play. No balls and a strike on Ruth. The 0-1 on the outside corner for strike 2. After that doubleheader with Montreat on April 1st, Johnson will travel to Pippa Passes, Kentucky, and this one's fouled back. Still 0-2 on Richard Ruth. That'll be a doubleheader on the first with Alice Lloyd College, starting at 1 p.m. and on April 2nd, a single 1 p.m. game against Alice Lloyd. Ruth drives it into center field. McKinney is there to make the play, and that's the first out. Ruth hit the ball well, but McKinney, a nice job to run it down. Eagles have now batted around as A.J. Alexo steps to the plate. Nothing out of 2. He has walked and stolen a base. Ground ball to the shortstop, Lee. He'll throw to first. 2 away. Rivera advances to third. And with 2 out, Gabby Pedraza steps up. He led off the inning with a walk. He ended up scoring on Rivera's RBI triple. So runner at third, 2 out. And a pitch, low and outside. One ball, no strikes. Williamson delivers a breaking ball, hit well into right field. Tracked down by Mailcoat, and that'll end the inning. Eagles score 6 times. 4 hits, a couple of walks, and 1 man left. We go to the 8th. Trinity Baptist leads 9-3. There is a new Eagles pitcher on the mound. Number 1, Alex Rollo takes over for Michael Kohick, who did a fantastic job. Kohick went 7 innings, allowed 3 runs, 2 of those earned. He didn't walk a batter, struck out 5, he allowed 7 hits and threw 1 wild pitch. Sidewinder Alex Rollo coming in relief of Kohick. And on the season, Rollo, 6.23 ERA. This is his 4th appearance. He's pitched a total of 4 1/3 innings. He's allowed 3 earned runs on 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 2 hits. So his job here is to get through the 8th, possibly the 9th, and close this one out. He will have hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Royals. Chase Burke, Timothy Howard, and Ryan McKinney are the scheduled hitters. A big 6-run inning in the bottom of the 7th has given the Eagles a 9-3 lead. RBIs from Kevin Rivera, triple. David Hall, a single. John Shiver, a single. TJ Lanning, a 2-run single. And Jeremy Rivera, a double. So Burke steps in. He is 2 for 3. 2 singles, been on base 3 times. He reached on an error in between the singles. He's also scored a run. And Rollo's first pitch, high pop fly. Kevin Rivera on the outfield grass, 1 away. Right now, it looks like TJ Lanning might be our player of the game. He is 3 for 3, a double, 2 runs scored, 3 runs driven in. It's going to be a tough decision between Lanning and Michael Kohick. Timothy Howard at the plate. He had a 2-run homer down the left field line his last time up. Lanning leaped high over the fence and looked like he might have had a play on it. It was just out of his reach. At that time, that tied the ball game up at 3. And this pitch on the inside corner, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Howard also hit the ball very hard to left in the 2nd, but Lanning was right there, hardly had to move. And the 1-1 outside, 2 balls and a strike. Howard reached on an error in the 4th. So 1 for 3. That one a big one. 2 balls and a strike from Rollo. High drive, well hit in the left field again, but Lanning's able to drift under it and make the catch for out number 2. So Rollo gets the first 2 hitters he faces, and it brings up center fielder Ryan McKinney. Ryan's had a good day, 2 for 3. Came in hitting 154. That will certainly go up. And the first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. These 2 teams meet up for 2 more tomorrow. Game time has changed to 11 a.m., 2 7-inning ball games. And the pitch, fouled out of play. And we'll bring both of those to you through TBCEagles.com. Rollo ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Trying to finish things up here in the 8th, possibly the 9th. And this one, a spinner, stays inside. Get the win for junior Michael Kohick. Rollo is a freshman out of Florida Christian High School. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check swing. He did not go. So Rollo enjoying his first season of college baseball. Looks to be part of the near future for Coach John Copeland on the mound for the Eagles, and the pitch fouled off. One of 16 freshmen on the Eagles availability roster. Alex Rollo with the 2-2. High fly ball into center field. Shiver takes a few steps in, and an easy inning for Alex Rollo. 1, 2, 3, nothing across for the Royals in the 8th. Bottom half coming up. Trinity leads 9-3. Bottom of the 8th, Eagles will have hitters 8, 9, and 1 due up. Kevin Rivera, David Hall, Jacob Bellina. New pitcher on the mound for Johnson University. Number 2, junior Sam Killian, out of Knoxville, Tennessee's Halls High School, pitching for his home team, College. Third pitcher for the Royals, and the first pitch in there for a strike. Thomas Williams, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 hits in 1 inning pitched in relief of Max McCoy. Ball and a strike on Rivera. He is 1 for 1, an RBI triple in that big 6-run 7th inning. Ground ball, left field, base hit. So Rivera now 2 for 2. David Hall at the plate. Hall had an RBI single in the 8th. He is 1 out of 3. Remember, check for a recap later tonight on tbceagles.com. And a pitch. In the dirt, ball gets away. Rivera will take second. If you don't see that recap up there tonight, should be on later in the evening. Look for it tomorrow morning. David Hall has a runner at second, nobody out, and the pitch. Line drive, foul down the left side. Strike 1 on Hall, count even 1-1. 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Johnson. 9 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Trinity Baptist. Killian with the pitch and a pop fly down the right side, and that's going to land, hit off the fence. So 1-2 now, the count on Hall. Jacob Bellina, the scheduled on-deck hitter, but there's a pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. The 1-2, grounded towards short. Lee will throw to first. 1 out. Kevin Rivera will advance to third on the play. Pinch hitter for the Eagles, number 20, Cameron Irvine, a freshman also out of Florida Christian High School, getting an opportunity here in the bottom of the 8th, taking over for Jacob Bellina. Runner at third, 1 out. Irvine with a chance to drive in a run. Irvine, nothing out of 6 so far on the season. And the pitch. Fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kevin Rivera at third base. He came in hitting .204, but he's now 2 for 2 after that single. And a chopper just foul. And Rivera drove in his 8th run of the season in the 7th inning. 1-2 on Irvine. The pitch just a little outside, 2-2. The 2-2 popped up and it will get out of play. So we will redo the 2-2. Cameron Irvine at the plate. Just needs to make some good contact, have a chance to drive that run home. A lot of room in right center. The pitch up and away, full count on the pinch hitter. Mailcoat, he's played the line very closely the last couple of innings. And a 3-2 line drive, 1 hopper to the second baseman, has a little trouble, throw to first, and that will be safe. That is an RBI for Irvine. That'll go as an error on the second baseman, Viscardis, and Rivera scores from third. Eagles now lead 10-3. First RBI of the season for Cameron Irvine. John Shiver at the plate. And he fouls off the first pitch. 1 out, runner at first. Shiver has scored a couple of runs. He is 1 out of 3. Another pinch hitter on deck for the Eagles. Shiver lays down the bunt, and he has a chance to beat it out, and he does. Irvine a big turnaround second, no throw. Shiver aboard with his second hit of the day. So 2 on, 1 out. Pinch hitter for the Eagles, sophomore Brian Lopez, graduate of Lakeside Christian High School. Lopez batting for TJ Lanning. Also does some pitching for Coach Copeland. He's up there with 2 on and 1 out. Eagles lead by 7, and the pitch. Ground ball headed toward the hole. Lee knocks it down but does not have a play. Ball gets away from Killian, but no advance. Bases loaded, 1 out. Alex Rollo at the plate for Trinity Baptist College. This is his first at-bat of the season. He's mainly a pitcher, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. He's in the number 4 hole in place of Jeremy Rivera. And a pitch in the dirt, 1-1. First at-bat of the season for the freshman Alex Rollo, and a pitch in the dirt. He is the pitcher on the mound for Trinity Baptist. He came in the top of the 8th in relief of Michael Kohick, getting an opportunity to swing the bat. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1, an Eagle at every base, and the pitch. Ground ball towards second. Lee steps on the bag, throws to first, And that'll retire the side. 6 unassisted, then the throw to the first completes the double play. Eagles tack on a run, and we go to the 9th. Trinity Baptist leads 10-3. Top of the 9th, Eagles lead 10-3. Alex Rollo will try to finish this one off for Michael Kohick. Rollo had a perfect top of the 8th. Non-safe situation, but a chance to finish it off for Coach John Copeland. Some defensive changes. Pinch hitter Cameron Irvine batted for Bellina in the bottom of the 8th. He's now playing third base. Brian Lopez batted for TJ Lanning. Lopez now in left field, and Richard Ruth has gone in to play first base. Designated hitter now in the game, and that is why you saw Alex Rollo take a swing in the bottom of the 8th. 3 outs to get. Starting things off, catcher Brandon Tyler. He is 0 for 3. Rollo's first pitch misses up high for ball 1. 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th gave the Eagles at that time a 9-3 lead. They added 1 in the 8th. 7-run lead as we bat here in the top of the 9th. 2 balls, no strikes to Brandon Tyler. Popped up to the first baseman Rivera at that time. His last time up. So the freshman Rollo trying to finish it off, and he hits the corner. 2 balls and a strike. No other defensive changes for Trinity as far as we can tell. The 2-1 from Rollo is upstairs, ball 2. Check that, ball 3. It's 3-1 on Brandon Tyler. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. Full count. Top of the order, Viscardis waits on deck. This one misses outside, so the leadoff man is aboard here in the top of the 9th. First base runner allowed from Rollo. And it brings off leadoff man Chandler Viscardis. 1 out of 4, single in the 5th inning. No action in the Eagles bullpen. And the pitch. Ground ball, base hit into left field. First pitch swinging for Viscardis. He has his 2nd hit of the ball game. Tyler stops at 2nd. The first 2 men have reached. Caleb Lee steps up. 1 out of 4. That hit came in the 7th. He was erased on an attempted sacrifice bunt. Kohik got off the mound quickly, able to get Lee at second base. 2 on, nobody out. Johnson University trying to rally, trailing by 7. It's not over until that 27th out is recorded. And the pitch. This one hits the outside corner. No balls and a strike. And this one behind the hitter goes to the backstop, and both runners will advance. Viscardis to second, Tyler to third on the wild pitch. Second one from the Eagles pitching. Second and third now, nobody out. Double play no longer in play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Caleb Lee. Ball 2 misses upstairs. Rollo fell behind Tyler, ended up walking him. Viscardis hit the first pitch for a single, and Lee is ahead 2 balls and a strike. High drive into center field. Shiver drifts over. He will make the play. Here comes Tyler. He will score. The throw heads toward third, and everybody's safe. Sacrifice fly for the RBI for Caleb Lee, and it's a 10-4 ball game. Viscardis advances to third. Eagles will gladly trade the run for the out. They're still leading by 6, 10-4, as Noah Mailcoat steps up. He reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. He is 0 for 4. And this one is fouled off. Actually, the batter, Dustin Goodwin, who came in for Mailcoat, he's the one who reached on the fielder's choice. So my mistake, as I always tell my students, see a mistake, fix the mistake. 1 out, runner at third, and the pitch hits the batter. And Goodwin is aboard. So 2 on, 1 out for Luke Shepard. He's gone to the right side 4 times. Jeremy Rivera caught it the first 3 times, and Shepard got one into right field for a base hit in the 7th. One out, runners at the corners, 1 run is in. Eagles lead 10-4. Alex Rollo in relief of Kohik. Rollo's second inning of work, and the pitch, line drive, base hit into right. A run will score. Viscardis crosses, and it's 10-5. Goodwin stops at second, and Shepard now 3 for 5, or 2 for 5. All 5 times he has pulled the ball. Jonathan Howard at the plate. He is 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. 2 on, 1 out. Bases loaded after the hit batsman. So the Royals not going down easily. They have scored twice. And a potential tying run is now standing in the on-deck circle as Chase Burke is due up. Coach Copeland heads out to the mound. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Rollo has gone an inning and a third. He's allowed 2 runs, but he is responsible for the 3 men on base. 2 hits, a walk, and 2 hit batsmen for Rollo. On the mound now for Trinity Baptist, number 5, junior Matt Carter. Played his high school ball about a mile away from Trinity at Eagles View Academy. Matt Carter making his 7th appearance. He is 1-2 with a .554 earned run average. He's inheriting bases loaded and 1 out. So Rollo had a perfect 8th inning, ran into some trouble in the 9th. Brandon Tyler led off the inning with a walk. He eventually scored. Chandler Viscardis singled. Caleb Lee had a sacrifice fly that brought in Tyler. Dustin Goodwin was hit by a pitch. Luke Shepard singled home Viscardis. And now with the bases loaded and 1 out, Timothy Howard is the on-deck hitter. He represents a potential tying run. Chase Burke at the plate. He is 2 for 4. And a first pitch from Carter catches the corner for strike 1. So the Royals making things interesting here in the 9th. A good block by Hall. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dan Richard in the bullpen for TBC. The 1-1 from Carter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Royals need to get 1 more base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. This one gets away from Hall, but not far enough. 2-2 on the third baseman, Chase Burke. Carter working from the windup with the bases loaded. And the pitch. Line drive into left field. Lopez cannot get there. It's over his head. Goodwin scores. Here comes Shepard. He will score, and it's a 10-7 ball game. Jonathan Howard stops at third. Burke at second with a 2-run double. 4 runs are in, and now that tying run is at the plate. Timothy Howard has gone deep earlier in the ball game, a 2-run homer in the 6th. 1 out. And this one misses up and away. Carter's pitch, high fly ball down the right side. It is out of play. A ball and a strike on Howard. 1 out of 4. That one a biggie. The 1-1, line drive, that's a base hit into center field. Shiver will cut it off, a run will score. Jonathan Howard crosses, Burke stops at third. Timothy Howard at first. It's 10-8. Coach Copeland out to the mound, and it looks like he's going to his closer, Dan Richard. We'll see Richard ready to come in. No move has been made yet, and now here comes Richard sprinting to the mound. Five runs have scored here in the top of the 9th. Dan Richard, a junior out of Foundation Academy. Richard 1 and 4 with a save, 348 earned run average. Ryan McKinney will be the first man Dan Richard faces. Timothy Howard is now driven in 3 on the afternoon. McKinney at the plate. He is 2 for 4. Tying run is at first base. Chase Burke at third. Richard on the mound looking to close this one out. If he's able to do so, he would pick up the save. Remember, tomorrow's doubleheader starting at 11 a.m. right here at Trinity Ball Yard between the Trinity Baptist College Eagles and the Johnson University Royals. Only one out, runners at the corners. Pinch runner at first base, number 20, Micah McGee, running for Timothy Howard. Richard gets ready for his first pitch to Ryan McKinney. Up and away, ball 1. Royals have batted around. This is the 9th man of the inning. That one is in there for a strike. 1-1 on Ryan McKinney. McGee at first, Burke at third, and the pitch misses upstairs, 2-1. Royals, winners of 2 out of their last 3 ball games, rallying from behind, trying to make it 3 out of 4. Strike 2 to McKinney. Brandon Tyler led off this inning with a walk. He ended up scoring. He's the on-deck hitter. The 2-2. Looper towards second. Kevin Rivera unable to make the play, but he has a force at second. That'll be a fielder's choice. And the infield fly was called. Two outs for the catcher, Brandon Tyler. 0 for 3, but his walk leading off this inning started a 5-run rally. And Dan Richard 1 out away from getting out of the jam and picking up the save. Rivera trying to get a double play on that one. He was able to get the force out. The infield fly was called anyway. And this first pitch misses for ball 1. Two outs, runners at the corners, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tyler. Richard a hard throw-hander. Top of the order, Chandler Viscardis waiting an opportunity. He's on deck and the pitch is in the dirt. Ball gets away. Burke will score. And it's 10-9. Two balls and a strike on Tyler, and the tying run is on second base. McGee, who pinch ran for Timothy Howard. He represents that potential tying run, Micah McGee. 2-1, the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Good hard fastball from Dan Richard. The 2-2, fouled straight back. Tyler still alive. 6 runs have scored here in the top of the 9th. Time called. Tyler not quite ready. Richard doesn't waste time. He's one who will get it and throw it. The 2-2. Outside, and that fills up the count. Eagles fans wanted that call. Did not get it. Full count to Brandon Tyler. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball game is over. Dan Richard gets out of the inning. A 6-run rally for the Johnson University Royals. Each team had a 6-run inning. The final score, Trinity Baptist College 10, Johnson University 9. The winning pitcher, Michael Kohick, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 total, 7 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Dan Richard comes in to pick up the save. He got the only 2 men he faced, so 2/3 of an inning with a strikeout for Dan Richard. Max McCoy, the losing pitcher, 6 innings, 5 earned runs, 6 total. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., these 2 teams hit the field once again. We'll see you then on tbceagles.com. For Dean Bureau, Coach Copeland, Coach John Jones, and all of TBC, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night. God bless you from Trinity Baptist College. Baptist College.